Yoga neighbors, what's going on? It's been an interesting day. Tragedy books are in, so I want to show you some of the cool swag. Like the Kickstarter exclusives to show you what your money's going to. Talk about a few other things going on right now. Um, it's only one person in the room. Who is it? Say hello. Hello. And they're gone. I must have scared them off. Okay. Well, since there's nobody in the room at the moment, I'll share this out. Maybe some people will show up. I know it's a tough time right now. It's dinner time, so I got a lot of goodies to show you. Some Kickstarter exclusive books that came in. Tragedy 5 is here, and we're going to talk about some other cool stuff going on. I just want to get a few more people in the room. If you're in the room watching, feel free to say hello. Okay, you left too. All right, it's a tough crowd. Tough crowd. Share out into a bunch of groups. Maybe we'll get some love. Certainly not easy. And those are my kids yelling in the background. Sorry. And that's the LIR, which is about 3 blocks away, blaring its horn in the background. So forgive me. All right. So how's everybody doing tonight? Everything good? A lot of talk about AI lately. A lot of talk about the writer's strike. I mean, there's just tons of stuff going on. But you know what? Creativity is never going to stop. Original art is never going to die. Comics are never going to die. People want this stuff. They love this stuff. They're going to keep going for this stuff. And I don't see that changing at all. That's for sure. Okay. So, all right, I guess I'll start showing this and, after watches. So we're going to get into Night, which is live right now, but I want to get a few more people in the room before I do that. Just to show you, this was a Kickstarter exclusive, limited. I forgot how many it was limited to. I think 25. And I have some left, but this is a lava foil. All right. So I love lava foil. That's my favorite. You see that cascading feel? That's awesome. So this is Louis Etienne, was the artist. And then we got the regular straight metallic foils. This is Michael La Peruta, those foils, metal. So these are cool. And these are in. Then we've got a regular metallic foil in the Gus Mark cover. This one it could have been better, but it's hard to see on the video, but it's good in person. And then we get the glow in the dark one, which I did a video. This glows in the dark really bright, actually. I was really surprised by how bright this glows. It was pitch black, and this thing was as bright as you see it now. And there's like a glow coming from the back of the book. It was really, really cool. We're limited to 20 of these, and, some are backed on the Kickstarter, so I don't know how many I have left, but I have a few, if anybody's interested. And then these came in today. These beautiful sketch covers, limited to 30. Excuse me. The artwork here was was from book 3, and it's basically Anthony DeCastro, his artwork. He did the colors as well, and this is really nice because this is a sketch cover. You can draw on this side any character you want facing her. It could be Elektra, Daredevil, Batman, Robin, Nightwing. It could be whoever you want. The Crow. So these sketch covers came out really nice. Limited to 30. They were exclusives on the campaign. Hey, Victor, how are you? Victor, feel free. I don't know if you're aware, but anytime I do lives, I encourage everybody to drop their links, support the indie community, show everybody your art. Feel free to drop your links. So yeah, these came out nice. So we got a bunch of nice exclusives here. The glow in the dark, the sketch cover, and the lava foil. And again, some of these are left. A lot went on the campaign, but some are left. So they came in. All the books came in. I'm going to be fulfilling shortly. I'm just waiting on Withered to come back from the printer, for those who backed Withered. And I just want to show you again, this was the studio cover for Tragedy 5 by Ricardo Silva and Fabio Bandris colored it. It is the gatefold cover. So you got that, and voila, boom, nice gatefold cover, guys. Um, we want to do something special on Tragedy 5. It's not always easy to make it to a fifth issue with independent comics when you're not a name. And we've been going strong, We've sold thousands of copies of Tragedy so far, thank God. And that's just me doing it my way. And the campaigns have been successful, you know, over $10,000 campaigns. The last one was 8,300, but tough economy. We're still doing great and going strong. So I just wanted to let you know that Tragedy is going to fulfill. Tomorrow is my lovely wife's birthday, and we're going to be doing stuff this weekend, but we will fulfill starting next week. By then, the Withered books should be in, and I'm waiting on the rest of the Glow in the Darks. Those two are the only ones I'm waiting on. Everything else is in, stretch goals, etc. As a matter of fact, Melanie is bagging and boarding right now for me. She's earning some money as an employee of Philbo, and she is doing a great job. And there you go. Now, I just want to. I'm not. It's not going to be a really long video. We're not. I'm not going to stretch this out. But right now, Philbo Publishing. I have a lot of books I've written, a lot of titles that are coming out, and I took submissions of other people's IPs, and I accepted this submission by Guido Martinez, and the book is called Night, and it is live on Kickstarter right now. We launched the other day, and I just want to a quick run through. It's not a complicated campaign. It's $1,000 goal. We're at 586 with 18 backers, 28 days to go. Guido Martinez is the writer creator, and I'm the publisher at this point. I did not write this, but I believe in this book. As a fan of Dungeons and Dragons and fantasy, and a fan of superheroes, Alejandro, what's going on? As a fan of fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, knights, sorcerers, etc., and a fan of superheroes, I liked what he did here. He amalgamates the two. He calls it an urban fantasy. Knight is your protagonist. He's a superhero. You see, he's got the knight armor kind of underneath. Very cool aesthetic. Basically, an ancient evil is awakened. A man in search of identity and purpose will rise to face it. The battle has been prophesied ages ago and marked the birth of a new era. There's a sorcerer that's the villain. There's Dragon Breath, which was a villain who's now a good guy with Knight. There's Whisper, who turns invisible and she can fight. And he did a good job of the characterization between the two, as well as action and adventure. So it's an ongoing series that Guido has put his love into. The first 4 issues were done and successful on Kickstarter prior to jumping on with Philbo. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And this campaign is for the first 4 issues collected in a volume with an 8-page original story attached at the end. There's character sketches and designs, and there's a foreword by Guido. And Mauricio Campatella, who's an Aspen Comics artist, did the interiors, and I'm going to show you. That's the sorcerer. That's your antagonist. Again, interesting characters. There's a villain, Gravedigger. She can actually raise the dead and create an army out of them. So that's like a necromancer from D&D. So like I said, it's a fantasy superhero book. It's a really nice amalgamation, blend of in an urban setting, a modern urban setting of superheroes and that fantasy genre. And I really thought it was interesting and written well. And the actions are solid, and the sequentials are solid, and it's worth your money. It's worth your time. And no better time to jump on than now, because you get the first 4 issues and that 8-page story in one collected volume, so you can just read it from the start and enjoy it. And if you bought the 4 issues, well, now you can slab them or just save them in case this book blows up, and read the trade paperback, or gift it to someone, or just some people like all the goodies and the extras that are in the collected volumes, and some people are completionists. So we ask you to come on out and give it a pledge. And the book is right now we have the first 40 backers early bird get the book and a free print. And then after the first 40 backers, it's just the book. There's no print. unless you pick the specific tier. It's $30 for the physical book. The book is like 96 pages, so it's a big book. It's a thick book, and um, if space is an issue, or you don't have $30, I get it, money's tight. There's a $15 PDF, and with the PDF, the book is already produced. It's the issues is together. The PDFs are ready to go. So it's just a matter of collecting the money from Kickstarter 2 weeks after, and then boom, the PDFs are sent out to everyone, and you'll all get to enjoy and read it. And it doesn't take up space in your room. And if you're international, you can do it. I'm going to add international tiers. It's just that they're so expensive right now with shipping. I didn't want to club people over the head with that when you could buy a PDF. But some people want that original book, the smell of the book, the feel of the book. I get it. So anyway, there's Whisper. Here are some action scenes. Again, it's a professional looking book. Philbo would not want to do otherwise. And Guido puts great pride into what he does. And he's a really talented writer. And the book is fun and interesting. I even like that he used a font that goes with like the old, fantasy feel. This is Gravedigger. She raised her dead army of zombies. So this is cover 2, and this is by Mauricio Capitella and Marcus Odoms. And then here's cover number 3, Simone Buonfantino and Franco Riesco. My favorite is the first one, and this is the studio cover by Gaurav Srivastava and Prasad Patnaik. I hope I pronounced that right. I hope it did you justice to all the artists. And that's that. Now there's Guido, and there's Mauricio, and there's me, 60 pounds ago. And the rewards, again, you get the $15 PDF, $30 early bird gets you the free print with the trade. Every one of the tiers comes with a PDF as well, just so you know. $30 after the first 40 early bird gets you this, or if you want to pick a different cover, $50 for armor gets you the physical trade, the PDF, and one of these t-shirts in whatever size you need. 80 militia, sorry about the Long Island Railroad. $80 for militia gets you all 3 covers, the print and the PDF. 110 full gear, you get the physical book, cover of choice, the print, and all 4 t-shirts in the size you want plus the PDF. And then finally, for $180, you get knighthood. You get everything. You get the 3 covers, the 4 t-shirts, the PDF, and the print. Stretch goals will be unlocked hopefully once we hit gold. We'd love to start giving away some free swag. There's some reviews here if you'd like to read them and check them out with the links. And just so you know, maybe it's not your thing, or maybe you don't have any money. You can just pledge an amount to back and support. It could be $1, it could be $5, it could be $10, it could be anything you want. So we welcome that. We appreciate any support, and share, like, support. We appreciate you. If you're not interested, maybe you have a friend that would love this. But it's a great blend of sword and sorcery and superheroes in an urban setting, a modern urban setting. So that's Night, and that is out right now. You could also hit this button, remind me. Maybe you're waiting for whatever reason. There's no need to, because we don't Kickstarter doesn't collect the funds until the end of the campaign, which is 28 days to go. But if for whatever reason you're just not ready to pledge and you want to be reminded, just hit remind me. And it can't let me because of my project, but remind me, and it'll send you emails to remind you periodically. I think it says you wanted 48 hours to go. So there you go. So help us get funded. It's been a day and a half or whatever, about almost 2 days. And we'd love to get funded sooner than later and start looking at stretch goals for everybody. And that's that. Now, before I go, I want to remind you of 2 other things that Philbo Publishing has coming right away. And Tragedy, the trade paperback, is coming. And unfortunately, I'm waiting on 2 covers. I'm waiting on the David Mack cover. Hey, Guido. I'm waiting on the David Mack cover. I'm waiting on the Guido, drop the link to the campaign in the chat, please. So I'm waiting on the David Mack cover, and I'm waiting on the Chris Bachalo cover. They're both being worked on now um, for the trade paperback. And just to show you, um, so I'm going to add it to the stream. So this is the Bill Sienkiewicz cover, pencil and ink, in typical Bill Sienkiewicz style. And I had it digitally colored by Alex Sinclair. So this is one version of the cover, okay? And just so you know, on the campaign, very limited to 10, we're going to do a glow in the dark of the Bill Sienkiewicz. This will be a glow in dark cover. We're going to do 10 of them. Now, this is a 250 page trade paperback. I actually have four versions of it. The standard is 196. The deluxe is going to be 250. Now, we're going to have the original tragedy issue that I first put out before I remastered it, and then we're going to have the remastered number 1 with 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's 6 issues right there. We're going to have a 10-page preview of Land of the Lawless by Vaughn Coleman. We're going to have a 10-page preview of Apollo by Kevin Stewart. And we have the 40-page tragedy manga, which will be in the deluxe edition. And it will be typical Japanese style, reading right to left. So when you read left to right on the trade, and you get to the back, it'll be right to left. And that's being illustrated by the awesome Kenny Calderon. I can't show you the interiors because when I do, it's pixelated for some reason on the screen. I mean, I can give it a try, but this is what we're looking at. And I got to tell you, what he's doing is fantastic. You know, I'll show you the inked pages. These aren't inked. They're not toned. Just to let you know, the toned pages, the gray tones, are just gorgeous. Come on, load up. You can do it. Sorry, the wheel is spinning. So if you like manga, this tragedy manga is out. It's based on the first script, but we added 10 pages. And there's just some awesome dynamics going on in this, and it's pixelated here too for some reason. I don't know why it comes up pixelated when I come here, but you know, really excited about this. It's a kick-ass looking book. I'm telling you, very, very excited about this, and just, man, it's gonna be good. So that's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's close you out. I'll close you out. There we go. And did you see that? Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, I thought it didn't share. We're gonna leave night up, and then I'm gonna show you Diary of Dread. Now, it's funny thing is I like horror, but I'm not a huge horror person. But I got a horror story in my mind, and I started writing it, and I didn't look back. I wrote 5, and I'm telling you, I'm getting great reviews on these. Great reviews on these, and I don't want to do any spoilers, but this is going to be actually do that one. This is going to be an awesome, awesome book. It's magazine format, a black and white version, and a color version. All right, this is penciler Alex Sarabia and inker Gary Girout, and I'm really excited. You're gonna love this book. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. I don't want to give away anything because I've been told that I did a great job on the twists in these books. It's Tales of the Crypt style stuff, you know? I mean, it's really just fun horror, you know, in the vein of EC Comics in the 80s. And I'll show you the covers and everything. I mean, oh, why is that folder empty? Okay, sorry. Let's do pencils. How's that? Ashes to Ashes, Ricardo Silva. Again, this is a horror film. I mean, a horror story. I don't want to give away anything. But There's that. And then I'll just show you a few. There's 5 stories I've written in a 10-page story by Charles Santino. Um, let's do Mangle. So this is Mangle. Rod Rodolfo is the artist. Again, we have a colored version of this. And it's horror. It's horror. And you're going to enjoy it. I think you're going to enjoy it. I know you're going to enjoy it. So if you're a horror fan or you know a horror fan, you're going to want to have them check this out. Here's Rigor Mortis. I very proud of what we did with these books. Good stuff. Good stuff. And last but not least of the 5 is Malevolent. And there will be a volume 2 to this. This will be an annual. It comes out every fall. Alex Sarabia pencils and Gary Gerard inks. And the colors are looking fantastic on this book, on the whole magazine. Now we don't want to give away anything else. So that's that. Now let me show you the covers. We have some amazing covers. These are the colored versions. Alex Sarabia with Gary Gerard inks and February Ferdian colors. That's the color version. That's Lilith and Levi. Those are our mascots. There's the black and white. There's another color variant. We weren't sure which colors we wanted to go with. This is the Kevin Stewart with colors by February Ferdian. Hey, what's going on? Who's Ceratech? There you go, black and white. And then we have Tom Mandrake, who co-created Black Mask, the villain from Batman. He's a Marvel DC artist. He did Spectre. He did Martian Manhunter, Batman and Superman versus Vampires and Werewolves. He did a lot of stuff. That's the black and white. It's an homage to a famous horror cover. I keep forgetting which one. There's the color by February Ferdian. There's another color by February. We didn't know which one we wanted to go with. I like them both. And then last but not least, just to show you Lilith and Levi in all their glory. They're not good kids. They're not good kids. Not at all. Not at all. So in the vein of Tales from the Crypt is what I did, because that's the horror I like best. And the links are available right now. You can click the link for Tragedy Trade Paperback to get notified of launch. You can click the link for Diary of Dread to be notified of launch, which is coming in October. And right now, Night is live. So you can just click a link to Night, which is in the chat, thanks to Guido, and you can go support. There's the link right there. That's the short hyperlink. You go right to the campaign. We would love for you to back and support. This is a Philbo published book. I didn't write it, but I believe in it wholeheartedly. So if you've been collecting and loving everything that I've been doing, and I have the privilege and the great honor of having some loyal supporters that buy everything and love everything that I've been writing and doing, you can trust that Night belongs in Philbo Publishing, and you can trust it and go back it, and that you'll enjoy it. Superhero tales are not tiresome and boring when you know how to write them and when you come up with new ideas, and that's what Guido has done. So I'm going to ask you to go and check it out before I leave right now. Just check this out. Night is live now. We need $424 or $414 to fund. So we would love your help and your support. I mean, quality art, quality storytelling, new idea and take, mixing the fantasy genre and the superhero genre, throwing it in an urban setting, a modern urban setting. And it's comic books the way comic books was supposed to be written, how they haven't been in a while. But if you don't believe me, you got to prove me wrong. Buy the book, read it. Okay? Can't tell me I'm wrong unless you read it. And I don't think you will even when you do. So there you go. 3 covers to choose from. It's the collected volume of the first 4. So it's a good jump on point. You know, it's not just one and then you wait in 3 months for the next. 4 issues, boom, you get to read the whole story, the starting story, get invested into the characters. And book 5 is actually going to be ready to go. It's going to be ready to go soon. So you won't even have to wait long for book 5. We'll fulfill this trade paperback. And then we're going to be launching book 5 for you. So give it a shot. I really think you won't be disappointed. Again, the link is in the chat by Guido Martinez and Philbo Publishing, Guido, and everybody involved in these books. We thank you. We appreciate your support. Just know that we try to give you the best quality possible, and we can keep doing that as long as people keep backing and funding and supporting us. But shares are also welcome, and word of mouth is fantastic. So before I go, just to remind you, Tragedy 5 is in. The Kickstarter exclusive foil cover is in. The gatefold cover is in. The glow in the dark is in. And Kevin Anthony DeCastro's sketch cover is in. These are all limited. This is limited to 30. This is a sketch cover. You can draw on this. Okay? So you could draw anybody you want next to her. The Crow, Hellboy, Elektra, Domino, Zealot. You can put some cool characters there. And that's it. But if you like horror, you got to go click that Diary of Dread and sign up. You're going to love it. And if you really missed out on Tragedy, or if you got the 5 issues, but you want extras and goodies and awesome covers by David Mack, Chris Picciolo, and Bill Sienkiewicz with Alex Sinclair colors, back the campaign. Alrighty then. I appreciate you guys. We appreciate your continued support. Go check out Night live now on Kickstarter, Philbo Publishing, creator and writer Guido Martinez. Let's do this. All right. I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with. Be legendary and have fun storming the castle.